Welcome back to DXB Today, where we continue to talk about building a city of the future and everything urban planning right here in Dubai. Now, our next guest is an Emirati woman that embodies the spirit of a new generation, shattering stereotypes and carving her own path to success. She is the managing director of sales and development at DAMAC Properties, the family business founded by her father, and is also the driving force behind her own venture, PRYPCO, and Amira Properties as well. You can say real estate runs in her blood. Please welcome to the show, it's Amira Sajwani. Thank you so much, Amira, for being with us.
No, thank you for having me.
So many achievements, as I just said. You're a shark on Shark Tank as well. We're so happy to have you on the show. Tell me how your family has seen the UAE, specifically Dubai, develop over the past couple of generations.
You know, I get that question a lot. Of course, my father is first-time founder and still CEO of DAMAC Properties. DAMAC Properties was founded 20 years ago, just at that inflection point of Dubai's market going into freehold. And so we've definitely seen the entire journey. We've seen, you know, what he went through, this, not just the cycles, but the way the vision of Dubai transformed. And the leadership that Dubai has, you know, from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed all the way to government officials is just phenomenal. So it's been an incredible experience, seeing the city literally transform from sand to one of the most stunning skylines in the world today. And being at the forefront of top international cities today has been phenomenal.
Incredible. Now, Amira, I'm very grateful to DAMAC because it's given me my first home that I ever bought is actually a DAMAC home in DAMAC Hills. I'm not going to say which one, but one of them. What advice would you give to first-time property owners that may have come from different parts of the world and they think that, you know, real estate is a little bit of a far-fetched goal here in the UAE, but you guys make it so easy?
So that's a great question. You know, I get that question a lot from friends and family, and they say, what should I buy? And I always tell people, I say, number one is do your homework. You don't have to buy from me, but buy from a credible developer. I think that's very important to say in today's market, because there's a lot of people who've entered the market today who will probably deliver, but don't necessarily have the credibility or track record as the big developers in town. And so it gets more difficult. They're going to learn at your expense. And the second thing I would say is always look at what's the reasoning behind your investment. Are you an end user? Are you an investor? Are you going to take a mortgage? Are you just trying to, you know, reduce your own rent or benefit from somebody else's rental income? And I think those are all factors that matter, because it starts to narrow down the pool of options available for you. You know, if you need something that's off plan versus ready, mortgage versus fully paid, payment plan, certain rental yield. If you're an end user and you're looking at a location that's close to work, close to schools, close to university, etc. So the advice I would give is don't just get FOMO over what's happening in the market. Look at your specific list of things that you need to achieve from this investment and make a decision accordingly. And I would recommend to always, definitely take advice from people, but make sure the people you're taking advice from know what they're doing.
Very credible.
Amira, we spoke about how real estate really runs in your blood, but one thing that really does run in your blood is keeping things within the family. I was lucky enough to interview one of your brothers, Ali Sajwani, and he spoke so highly of his siblings always. I don't know which brother, because you have 3 brothers.
I do.
So I don't know which brother you've gone into or work with Amira Properties on. Could you tell us more about that and if there are any updates?
So Amira Properties is me and Ali actually, so the brother that you've met. Amira Properties, we launched our first project under the Amira umbrella this April. It's an ultra luxury exclusive island in the World Islands, starting ticket price from 50 million dirhams all the way to 220 million dirhams for single units. It's only 24 units. We've already sold 22 out of those 24 in the last 6 months, and it's been an incredible experience just to really look at what can we do that's different in the market, and really targets that ultra luxury niche market of people that want that exclusivity and that unique product.
So, and since we're talking about your businesses, we have to talk about PRYPCO. Massive achievement, massive announcement that you can officially say on DXB today. What's been the big news?
So the big news I think that you're referring to would be we just closed our $10 million seed round. And that's been great, phenomenal experience, great partners led by Shuruq and Partners, which has been a phenomenal experience. And we're very excited.
We're very excited for you, absolutely.
Definitely. Can you tell us a little bit about the role of technology with PRYPCO and real estate, specifically on your journey?
For sure. So I've been at the helm of DAMAC for the last 7 years, and during that journey, we worked a lot on rebuilding a lot of the foundations that we previously had in terms of technology and transformation. And through that, leading sales and development, there was a lot of gaps that I could see overall in the market. And so PRYPCO, the reason behind it was to launch something that filled a lot of those gaps and gave clients transparency and ease of business in the market. So today we have 3 main verticals. One of our verticals is mortgages. We facilitate mortgages for clients as well as B2B2C, so through real estate brokers who want to help their clients. We are today the 2nd largest mortgage brokers in the country. Last month we dispersed more than 500 million dirhams of mortgages. We dispersed a single case of 48 million dirhams. So we've been growing rapidly and continue to do so. We're building, of course, the entire digital journey for people to kind of automate and go through that with ease and transparency. The second product that we are currently focused on is PRYPCO Blocks. PRYPCO Blocks is basically fractional ownership for real estate.
Okay.
I think that is the most interesting product for the entire market that allows you to invest into real estate from 500 dirhams. So what we do is we take a property, we put it in an SPV, and we allow you to buy into that SPV from 500 dirhams. Wow. So if the property is 1 million dirhams, it doesn't matter how much you've bought. Whatever you've bought, you'll receive your share of income from the rentals of that property. And upon the point of sale, you'll get the capital appreciation and of course your initial capital back as well.
That's fascinating.
So that's been a great one for a lot of investors that have always wanted access to Dubai's real estate market. And I think just before you were asking me that the bar is a little high for people to start investing in Dubai's market, we're trying to crack that barrier and allow for ease of investment into Dubai's real estate market for anybody and everybody.
That's fascinating. I definitely want Dr. Mustafa's view from expert to expert. Let us know your thoughts on that.
No, I mean, I was going to ask Amira, your experience on Shark Tank is really interesting. So is there something that you can tell us about that's like a takeaway from that, especially that it's right here in Dubai?
I mean, the Shark Tank experience was phenomenal. I was very pleasantly surprised by the amount of talent and ambition that is there in the region, and that just requires a little bit of, not even just funding, but funding, strategic guidance and direction for them to really be able to hit new levels of achievement. It was an incredible experience. Season 2 is now airing. The format of Season 2 is slightly different. So we have 3 permanent sharks, which are me, Faisal Bilhol and Ali Khouri, and we have 2 rotating guest sharks every other episode. And that was amazing as well because it gave us an opportunity to interact with other, contenders in the market that were great sharks and created great chemistry. So it's been incredibly interesting, and you can catch us on Thursday nights.
Wow. I have to ask you, Amira, do you think you can get in front of sharks like that and pitch? Because I feel like you could do it with such ease, but I would be absolutely terrified.
I'll be honest, I find, pitching, media, all of this, I'm quite relaxed when it comes to these things. It doesn't make me nervous or anxious. And I think a reason for that is since a young age in school, I was involved in a lot of, speech competitions, Model United Nations, leadership roles. So I think because of that experience, and also to be fair, my father being who he is, he put us in front of large crowds from a very young age. I remember being 12 and he put me up in one of his launches on stage and said, go say a few words.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, what do I say? He goes, just say a few words, anything you like. And so he always gave us that confidence. And so I think we're all very comfortable with being, in front of people or pitching or being in media or on TV or on screen because we've been pushed into that from a young age.
I love that. It's in the blood yet again. Amira, such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for your time, and we hope to see you back on the couch.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.